What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. You guys seem to really enjoy that first episode, so we are back, and hopefully I got my recording settings dialed in enough to where we won't get extremely frame ratey footage and grainy pixelated face cam. I am still messing around with things, trying to fine tune it, make sure that everything is tip-top. Previously, I was recording with a bitrate of 8500. It's now 16,000, so we'll see if that makes a difference. I don't know. A little birdie on the interwebs told me that that would be a good bitrate, so we're gonna try it out, see if that helps. I did also turn on VSync, and I have made sure that we are playing the game in 1080 and also recording the game in 1080, so it should be okay. Let me know if it looks terrible. I'll probably see it on the edit anyways. But you may notice the coaster we designed, the Turner, the Timmy Turner, looks a little different. It looks a little different. I tried to make my own custom loops, which actually turned out pretty well, but the ride itself still isn't really performing that well. I did try to add some block sections in the track. I have one up here at the top. I have another just over here, but it wouldn't let me add multiple trains. It was very, very weird. I still don't know what the issue there is, but I've essentially made the coaster worse than it was before. I don't know if it's because it's a much shorter ride now or because there's too many loops or really what's going on here, but I am determined, you guys, to make this thing at least a 7, right? As far as the excitement goes, I want to at least hit a 7. I don't really care about fear or nausea or anything like that. I just want to hit a 7 for excitement. So what I'm going to try to do today is adjust this, pretty it up, make it look good, and to do that, we are going to delete the entire ride. It kind of sucks. It does kind of suck, but it'll be well worth it. I'm gonna click pause here, and we're just gonna start going to town. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is get rid of all these old path sections. I'm really not feeling it. It just doesn't look right. Okay, with the path deleted, now we can hopefully get rid of these trash cans. Oh, that's right, multi-select doesn't select trash cans. That really sucks. Okay, we'll manually delete both of them. And for the terrain over here, I'm going to flatten to foundation. I don't really care if it's going to put a little bit of grass in there. We'll make it look a little bit better. We're going to have to go through and do some terrain modification anyways, so not a huge deal there. So the first step in beautifying this park and trying to make it, you know, look like a real theme park is we're gonna use some of the blueprints that I made in my previous Planet Coaster series. If I can find them, coaster stations right here. I remember seeing someone commented on a video where I think it was like episode 3, maybe 4, where I was making this coaster section, like this template to basically drop in. And dude was like, you can't pull a fast one on me. I've seen so many other YouTubers use that exact design. And I was like, the video showed me making it. What are you talking about? I don't know. That's beside the point, but I just thought about bringing that up. It was kind of funny, to be honest. So I'm considering using this one. Otherwise, we do have the much larger wooden coaster design. I was really, really a fan of this one. It turned out really, really nice. I don't know if I want to do a wooden coaster. I think we should probably stick with the same one we had, but we do also have these coaster pieces that we could sort of sculpt into our own station if we really wanted to. I think I'm gonna save that for another coaster down the line. But this is a very good design as well. Very simplistic, very modern looking. Let's go with the more, I suppose, Asia themed looking one. Get this thing lowered into the ground so it doesn't look so weird. I guess we could do it pretty close to the, yeah, we could do it pretty close to the path now. I totally forgot about that. Let's actually do it like this, and then we can have the exit path maybe go underneath the track and like snake around back in front. That might be kind of cool. Let's try this. We'll roll with this for now, and we can change it if we really hate it. Because we used to just bring the path out and down and straight out, like over to here. But what I want to do is actually turn it in and maybe bring it up in front of this area. So like, if you are waiting in line, you can kind of see the people that get off, see their reaction. Maybe you'll get a better feel for whether or not you want to continue in the line, in the queue. So with that done, now we can connect our paths. I'm going to start by doing the exit path just over here. And this actually has to go down. Oh, wait, yeah. You have to turn it and then go down. There, it's all coming back now, baby. It is all coming back to me. And then this was always an issue for whatever reason, because it kind of had that weird slope still. Oh, I remember what I did. The entire queue itself, if I remember correctly, was a little bit too high. So I think I have to drop it down just a tad. God, I really hope my new encoder settings are gonna help the gameplay actually look nice. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I do apologize if we're gonna get another super frame ratey episode out of this, but you know what? A little bit of a learning curve again. God, still, dude. There's like barely any incline in it anymore. Oh, that's what it was. Flattened terrain, doesn't like that. Okay, and with that figured out, I'm going to bring the exit path over to here, and we're gonna curve it around the landscape. Let's put that there and then put another path section here, delete it so it gives it a nice curvature. I actually really like that. And then we can put some plants and other stuff in front of here so it doesn't look so basic. And we already started off with some nice decoration right here that I added in previously. So we're off to a good start here. Let's now get our queue path. Was it... No, I had to start from up top and work my way down. Drop this one down, quick little staircase. All right, and then let's do select grid. We're gonna select this one here, and we can start winding this all around town. Leave a little bit of a gap right here so we can get our priority pass, entrance and exit squared away. I am going to do that this time. I realize I completely forgotten to do that. All right, and here we go. Now we can connect it up to the main path. Dude, that looks good. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm crazy about the railing in here. I suppose we should probably just leave it. I wish you could take off the railing on one side of the path, but that's okay. At the end of the day, I think it's gonna look just fine. But now let's go into the ride, enable priority pass, place priority pass entrance. The entrance is going to be right about here. Oh yeah, it did that weird thing, didn't it? So I'm gonna try to make it as straight as I can. That looks good enough. And then we'll try to do the same thing over here. Now we just connect the two. Got it. Dude, look at that. We got a priority queue. We got a big enough queue for pretty much anyone and anything. But looking at this now, I've realized that I may have made a mistake because I will probably have to remove this entire coaster and place down a brand new one. That's gonna take me a minute. Bear with me, folks. We gotta get this thing switched out of here. Okay, that surprisingly wasn't near as hard as I figured it would be, but we now have the F25 we originally had. The only thing we have to do now is, of course, change the colors back to what they were, as well as probably change a lot of these settings. So we got full load, wait time, that's all fine. Don't block station. We should probably hire some people too, like a mechanic, a security officer, maybe a janitor, you know? Some of those things that we did not do. All right, I gotta check the recording, make sure we're not skipping any frames here. I'm gonna be so pissed if I find out we are. Oh, baby! We gone 18 minutes now, folks. 18 whole minutes without a single skipped frame. I don't know how well the recording looks, but as far as OBS is concerned, we're in the clear. That's a very good feeling. Okay, now to change the color. The Enigma. What? You can just... Is this a standing coaster? Yeah, the F25 definitely has some seats where your booty cheeks go. It's a freaking stand-up roller coaster. I've never seen one of these before. That's kind of tight. That's kind of tight. I'm gonna go with this, dude. All right, the colors aren't really doing it for me, but maybe we've used this before. I can't remember. All right, track color. We were rocking the yellow track, correct? And then light gray posts. Car color, here we go. Let's do definitely not that. Let's keep it black. You know, that could be kind of cool. Like the connections and stuff be blue. That's not bad. And then the last accent color here, blue, I guess? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I was worried that it wasn't gonna look good at all, but kind of came out kind of sick. Operator colors, of course. I gotta make them match the ride, you guys. It killed me not to make them match the ride in episode 1. So from here on out, baby, I'm going full Toogii mode. I'm changing the color of everything. That's what we do. F25. Last time we named this the Turner after Timmy Turner, just because I couldn't think of anything to call the ride. So I don't know what to, dude, I don't know what to do. Do I name it after my most recent comment from someone? Like after their name? Their name was X Silent Sloth X. So what if we just call this one the Sloth? Dude, sure. People are gonna be like, oh, the sloth? You ain't never been on the sloth? They're gonna think that it's really slow, but in reality, it's gonna be a freaking jet. Okay, I think we're off to a pretty good start here. The only problem now is that we don't have a mechanic close by to repair this ride. I'd kind of like to take some notes from my Planet Zoo series where we have the employees that have to work on certain things. We have them as close together as we possibly can. So I think that's probably what we should try to do here. Shops and facilities. Let's freaking do this. I wonder if there's a way that I could incorporate a staff building into the ride itself. Tell me that wouldn't be super sick. You know what? It's close enough. It is close enough. I don't care if I can't see the floor to this thing. Oh, will a path connect to it though? Heckin' right it will. All right, we're gonna bring a nice path over to it. Do not put railing on path. No, no railing. All right, let's try this and then delete that. It looks a little bit more normal now, so I'm okay with this. And I don't think this looks too bad, but I really don't care for how you can see this white brick just behind here. So I'm going to grab one of these, turn it on its end, rotate it around to the thicker side with 2 C's, and then we're gonna drop this down and just try to fill this space with something that looks a little bit more better. A little bit more better. That is as good as it's going to get. There we go. Now we got ourselves a little staff building, you know, within the ride. I think that's really gonna help things out. And with that finished, I think we're finally ready to start designing this new coaster. Hopefully it looks good and stuff or whatever. We should probably start at the rear end though, so we can get the coaster to come back in. So we're gonna do some drive tires at the max speed to make it not super boring. Bring this to about there. That looks pretty good. That should be about perfect. And then right here, we're gonna do some friction brakes. Just a small little section of them here. Probably a regular track and then another set of friction brakes. I'm thinking that should be just fine. And that brings us out to the same length as the start of the track. So now at the front, we're gonna do something kind of similar. Bring it out to about there. And chain lift, baby. Chain lift speed 14 miles per hour, of course. And then let's fix our length to about there. Okay, that will be the start of our initial descent, I think. Dude, that's a good drop. That is a good drop right there. That's probably the best drop I've ever done. I gotta do that more often. I always do the straight down 90 and then straight back up. And not really a good practice. They are going to carry a ton of speed through here. So let's maybe throw in not a custom loop, a pre-made loop, because I suck at making loops. Of course, now we just have to find a good one. Whoa, that would be kind of dope, wouldn't it? That ain't bad, dude. Inclined 80-degree loop, right. That's pretty freaking sick. We could even make it kind of small. I feel like that's gonna be too fast. Let's make it big enough to where it just about peaks over the path over here. We'll see if they have enough speed to actually complete that, but that's their problem. You know what? This could also work. We'll just go ahead and place that down. That seems like it's gonna happen pretty dang fast. Oof, I don't know, dude. Let's see. Let's start the test quick, and we'll see how much speed it actually carries around that 80-degree incline. I just love the fact that it's a stand-up roller coaster too. That's the greatest thing ever. All right, not carrying as much speed as I thought at 38 miles an hour. But you know what? It freaking works. It freaking works. Okay, so now that that is squared away, I think we're ready to... I'm gonna do a slight straight section here, and we'll start banking it just a little bit. I'm not super crazy about the way things are going right now, but I think we're gonna get something good to happen here. I just have to figure out how to give it more speed. I don't want to do another chain lift though. That's so boring. Oh, drive tire launch? Does it come to a complete stop though? No, that could be it. Target speed 60 miles an hour. Make it a little bit longer till just about there. Now keep in mind, I do have the settings altered so that I can do some pretty ridiculous stuff with my coasters, but that's just me trying to give myself enough room for error, basically. All right, what do we think about this? Is this possible? That can't be done. But a little bit more of an incline could be done. Here we go, up to a 0. Ooh, we're so close. We're so close. What do you think? We pretend that they're not there? We pretend that they're invisible? Kind of seems like a good idea. Maybe let's go up a little bit more. Okay, I'm trying to do some super crazy stuff right here, so I do need to run another test just to see if this is even feasible. But it is freaking crazy, dude. We got a nasty track setup this time. I just hope it works out in our favor and we can actually get a good score on a coaster for once. Here's the initial drop. It does lose quite a bit of speed here, but that's okay. It's a little chill. It's the calm before the storm. Then we're gonna hit the speed booster. All right, 10 excitement, that's good through there. Dude, I think it could do this cork. All right, we'll keep the test running here while I continue to edit this, but I have a good feeling about that. Okay, this is the maiden voyage. Here we have the first drop, actually kind of the only drop, but I think that's gonna work out really well. I really tried to get as creative as I possibly could with this coaster. I used a lot of things I wouldn't normally use. Now I've been watching the excitement rating. It's very, very good until the last little bit. After this cork, I guess I don't really know what that's called. I have a brake section. I just don't think it's gonna slow it down enough. This area right here is so scary to them for whatever reason. And then of course I had to add tiny little whoop section on the back, but comes into some more trim brakes. I think it's pretty good. So let's see what we get for an overall score here. Dude, hey, we made a good thing. We did some good stuff for whatever. 6.92, 4.58, and a 2.51. That is actually a fantastic coaster. We're gonna go ahead and open this baby up. I don't want to do any more working on this thing. It's perfect. Well, it could use, you know, some adjustment here and there, I'm sure. But for the most part, I mean, this is a very unique looking coaster. You can't tell me you've ever seen a coaster that looks like this. We got a nice little turnaround thing underneath the initial drop section. It just turned out fantastic. I'm very, very proud of the sloth. So now we get to do the fun part, and that is, well, A, hire employees, but B, we're gonna need a sign on this coaster station so people know what's up. They know what's goody. They know they about to ride on the sloth. And now we just have to get these guests to start walking all the way over here for our only ride in the park. So we need, God, how do I even hire people again? Staff, there we go. All right, we're probably gonna want a security officer, so we'll just put him down right there. Let's get a mechanic, of course, and we'll get ourselves a janitor. I think we're probably going to have to get some park bins because we did have some trash cans on the old ride. It's only fair that we add some to this one. If I remember correctly, they were in scenery. And then why not add a couple of benches, dude? Why not add a couple of benches in here? Western. I kind of like the look of the Western bench. It's a little rough around the edges, little raggedy, a little rickety. But since we use this trash can, I'm also going to use these park benches. Just to, you know, be a little more on brand. And why wouldn't you want to sit underneath the coaster station? It's probably the coolest thing anyone could do. You get off the ride, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to walk around the rest of this park. What better way to do stuff than sit down? All right, and we're gonna add another trash can right there. Sweet, dude. I'd say we're ready to rock. This is looking pretty nice. We got some people joining in already. Oh, yeah, we should probably get like a priority booth set up as well. That would be smart. So actually we're gonna have to wait on that because I'll have to do like a new staff building and stuff with that too. So we'll just stick with this for now. But the 3 staff members we have should be using this staff building. Capacity, I'm just gonna max this sucker out. Max capacity 10. We don't have to worry about money anymore. Let's do a rec room and confirm for $800 that we don't care about. Done deal, dude. God, this ride turned out pretty freaking good. And we have a ton of people coming in the park. We had like 50, 60 some odd visitors, and now we're hitting 269, 276. Like it's climbing up there pretty quick. You love to see it. While this coaster does not have a block section in it, I do think the ride overall will be pretty good. That's really all I have to say about it. I think it's gonna be pretty good. So while we wait for people to start queuing up for this ride, let's go into edit building, and we're gonna add some signs onto this bad boy, Billy. The only problem I have with this now is that I don't know whether or not to write the sloth or if I should just write sloth. Or maybe I could do the and then sloth below it. I don't know. Why they gotta make this such a difficult decision? Also, how do I how do I type in it again? Maybe, do I have to place it down first? Yeah, there we go. Okay, gotta place it down first. That's the key. So let's just do sloth for right now, and we'll figure out the rest later. Okay, that should be a pretty good base to start building off of. So I'm going to now duplicate. That's not duplicate. I'm going to now duplicate and finish off the word sloth. Okay, I added quite a few S's just to see how many we could actually fit up here. So I think this might actually work. The sloths. The sloths. The slots? There we go. Sloth. And finally, its final form, the sloth. Now, I'm going to select these signs here and move them out just a little bit to here. So there's a little bit more separation between the and sloth. I like it, dude. I actually really like it. The sloth. It looks good. It looks good. We now have to select all of these, and I'm going to move them over to here as well. God, dude, listen to the crowd of people we have gathering in here now. That's a good feeling. That is a good feeling. People love the ride. Or, I'm sorry, they love the sloth. Boom, the sloth. God, that looks so cool, dude. I don't know if I should do this for the thumbnail or if I should like get a ride shot. I feel like ride shots really, you know, draw people in a lot easier. Maybe I'll just go with the ride shot. But feel free to give your guys' input on what you think about the sloth, what you think about the park as a whole so far. If you're happy I'm using my old blueprints, if you're upset I'm not making new ones, let me know. Give me some ideas of stuff to do. I'm excited to be back. It definitely feels pretty good. So I am going to wind things down here. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.